Organizing Content with Outline View, presented by the Idaho Digital Accessibility Consortium. One of the best things you can do for your documents is organize it using different types of heading levels. And a simple way to do that is to take all your content in your document and use Microsoft Word's Outline tool to organize the information. To get started, select View from the ribbon and then Outline. In the Outline view, you will have outline tools available to change the level of your content and also identify what is your body text. You can also show text formatting or show first line only. Show formatting, if you uncheck that, it's kind of helpful just to look at everything without the design available. Your form should contain a single heading 1, and you can do that by selecting Level 1 from the body text. And I recommend doing this for your instructions. So in this instance, survey instructions we are going to select is our Level 1 in this outline. Our survey instruction text is now our body text. This identifying information section, if we don't want that to be our section name, we can change that, for example, to something that is a little more descriptive, like About You. So now we can change About You to be our Level 2 section. Date, name, what organization are you affiliated with, and what is your job title are now our body text underneath this level. Orienting information is our next Level 2. So we can, with our cursor in front of orienting information, we can select Level 2. When we look at the list of items underneath orienting information, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Depending on the amount of questions and whether or not there are some logical connections between your questions, you may want to add an additional level. So for example, our first 2 questions deal with tools. So it may make sense to call this Tools and make it our Level 3. Then how much of your job is dedicated to document creation? How much of your job is dedicated to web creation? Those, since it pertains to job, let's call this section Responsibility and bump it out to Level 3. Our last question has to do with comfort level with technology. So I'm going to call this section our skills. We're asking about them, we're asking the respondent to talk about kind of their skill and comfort level with technology. So since I have tools, responsibility, and skills, let's change this orienting information section to tools, responsibilities, and skills. So now we're telling users what they're going to find in this section. Now we have the specific information. That is our last Level 2 item. So we're going to bump that out to Level 2. And then our sections underneath there have to do with challenges. I see the word challenge and training. So let's call this challenges and training. So right away, we're adding a little bit more order to our document. So we have our different levels. So we have survey instructions, and then our 3 main sections underneath it: About You, Tools, Responsibility, and Skills, and Challenges and Training. And then for the tools, responsibility, and skills, we further identified having a 3rd level. So we can kind of see this organizational view. Now, when we're done, we can close the outline view. Now our document has not only the level tags for those different headings. If we look at the styles are tagged appropriately. So you can go through and add these style tags individually, but that outline view gives you a really nice view of how all the organization of the content looks together.